Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are well, fine, safe inside your homes. So, today we are going to start with chapter 6 in history, that is, weavers, iron smelters, and the factory owners. So, let us have a quick introduction. The crafts and the industries of India during the British rule focused on two industries, that is, the textile industries and iron and steel industries. So, you should know that from earlier times only, the focus was more over the two industries, that is the textile industries and iron and steel industries. The industrialization of Britain had a close connection with the conquest and colonization of India. In the 18th century, India was a leading nation in the terms of craft and trade, but with industrial revolution, Britain came to be known as the workshop of the world. So India was having its resources, but still Britain was known for the workshop of the world. Now we will talk about the Indian textiles and the world market. So around 1750, India was the largest producer of cotton textiles, that is of the cotton clothes that we are wearing. Indian textile was renowned both for its fine quality and exquisite craftsmanship, that is the work which people used to do, and also along with its quality. So from the 16th century, European traders began that buying Indian textiles for sale in Europe. So then they started to buy from India. Worlds tell us histories. So now what are we going to talk about? Indian textiles were famous in the western markets under the different names such as muslin and calico, derived from calicut. So it has the name has been derived from calicut, that is what name? Muslin and the calico. Printed cotton clothes called chins, that is derived from chint, produced in Andhra Pradesh. So it has come from the word bandha or tie and dye, produced in Gujarat and Rajasthan, and they were ordered in bulk. So all of you must be knowing that tie and dye. Then we have bandhana, that is a bandhani from Gujarat and Rajasthan, and they were ordered in bulk. Famous weave patterns. Now what were the famous weaving patterns? So for Patola we have Surat and Ahmedabad, and for Jamdani for Bengal. So this is what these are the different things that were famous for different places. Now Indian textiles in the European markets. So in 1720 the British government had a legislation called Calico Act banning the use of printed cotton textile in England. They had completely banned it. Indian designs were imitated and were printed in England on the white muslin or plain Indian cloth. So they were actually copying India. So what India was doing was actually copied by the Britain. So then spinning jenny was invented in 1764. The invention of steam engine by Richard was there in 1786, which had revolutionized the complete textile weaving. That is, these are one of the machines which were invented by the famous personalities like Richard Arkwright in 1786 for the better cotton textile weaving purposes. So then we had some of the famous weaving centers, that is Bengal, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Calicut. Again, you need to remember this. Now let us have a quick recap of what we have studied. So introduction. So they were focusing mainly on the two industries, that is the cotton textile industries and the iron and steel industries. Then we have studied about how Indian textiles and the world market was there. We had resources, we had people, but still Europe, that is Britain, was known for its work and not India. Then we studied about history, that how Britain had copied what actually was being done in India. Then we have studied about famous weaving centers which happens to be at Gujarat, Calicut, Bengal and so on. So that was it for today. I hope you have understood it well. Thank you and have a nice day.